You might think you know some of the moves, and you'd be right. But the real question is, can you improve on them? Can you get less predictable and more difficult to defend? Hazard, with his low center of gravity, is well aware that his ability to stop and change directions is a huge advantage, and he does that crazy well in his variation of this first move. Normally we'd keep the Cruyff close to us, but the Hazard Cruyff works on momentum. So to make that happen, we have to explode out to one side to get the defender to come with us. Without that, you can forget about this move. Once you know they're rushing to catch up, we can pull the Cruyff back into the space that we came. Exaggerate the touch and push the ball out further than you normally would, but be prepared to stop. If you have slow footwork, then you won't be able to capitalize and get out. As we slow it down for you, you can see that as I sprint out, I line up for what looks like a shot or a cross, but instead of a cut in front, we Cruyff and throw our weight back the other way as fast as possible. It should give you just enough time to get off a pass or put the ball away. There are a million different step-over combinations, and just like the last move, this is the type of move that'll allow you to predict the future. When you approach a defender with purpose, a little pace, and you really go at them, they have to prepare. And if you throw a double step over and explode out in one direction, it's very unlikely that they'll just let you go. If you understand that, then you can understand the principle behind this move. You aren't doing the step overs to get around them. It's all just a setup to get them to bite. You know this, but they don't. It of course doesn't have to be a step over, but you'll notice Eden doing it all the time because it's so effective. Even if you have two defenders in front of you, this is the type of move that'll isolate one of them and give you a better look at goal. Now we can get a little flashy with things, and plenty of players do this move, but for wingers, you're going to find yourself in position to use this more than anyone else. Hazard's pulled off plenty of sick nutmegs, but we like this one because it's simple and effective. No move's going to work 100% of the time, but there are situations where you've got a higher chance of success. Faking a cross with a defender in tight is a great opportunity to go for a meg. If you're in the attacking half, then it might be well worth the risk. Cut the Rabona back from where you came from, and once you reach back up to the ball, you can go for the meg. Slowed down, you can see that we make a quick transition to our other foot after the Rabona so that we can get set up to go around the defender. Don't worry about missing a few. As an attacking player, it's more important to gain the confidence to express yourself on the field rather than worry about your mistakes. Hazard's also a master of body feints, and that plays a role in the execution of this move, so make sure to check out our top 5 body feints video if you haven't. But in this move, we find ourselves with our back to goal. Snapping the ball back from side to side will work just fine, and it does most of the time, but if you want to add something to it and become more dynamic, look to do it this way. While running out and away from the defender, your body feints will take you from side to side. You can't truly see the defender, but you should be able to sense and feel where they're at. When you know the timing's right, roll your foot over the ball and snap back with the outside of the foot to turn and shoot or face the goal. If you already know you're not going to pass, then you don't run too much risk in trying this out. With the defender behind you the whole time, the ball should be protected. When you're out, move quick, be decisive, and finish. Now this one could be used anywhere, but it's most effective when headed towards goal. As an attacking player, you will find yourself in this position all the time, sprinting towards goal with a defender that just might catch up to you, and it's worth having a few tricks to know what to do. And here, we throw a solid chop that cuts us back and stops all the forward momentum. But rather than continue going that way, we look to go back and do a scoop turn to get by. It of course doesn't have to be a comma, but what you need to remember is that you've got to give the defender just a second to start throwing his energy back at you. If we're too quick, we mess up the surprise. And it may seem counterintuitive to beat someone twice, but just outside the box, this is the type of trick and move that is going to get you enough space to put the ball away, and that is all you need.